everybody, welcome back to my channel. And I know today's supposed to be a mass make, but I was asked to make a birthday card. So I thought I would take you through some of what I do to make birthday cards. And with matching envelope, of course. Now these are card bases I bought, and it comes with a matching envelope. You see that? And it already has a pre-folded line down the center, and you can make these go either direction. You can make it where it goes this way or this way. I have a tendency to always go this way. I don't know why. It's just that's the norm, I guess. But this is what we're going to do. And the birthday card is for a gentleman that we know and are related to. So I thought this is a nice paper. And he's a very outdoorsy type person, so this will work. But first I need to cut it down to where it will fit on our card base. And this is being mailed, so I have to keep it thin. Because for some reason the post office doesn't like it if the envelope is bumpy and super thick. It'll just tear everything up. So this is what we're going to do. Now these are 5x7s, so I want to make the background just slightly inside so it has a little bit of a white border to match the flowers. And I've got some stamps I'm going to use. I will stamp that in some kind of, I'm not quite sure. I think what I'll use is a white, because I'm going to use my glitter paint over top of it to make it kind of stand out a little bit. So that's what we're doing. Let me get a cutter. Oh, come here. Alright. Now this is a 12 by 12 sheet out of a pack that I bought years and years and years ago. And sometimes it's just, you're never quite fond of some of the pages and you don't know what you're going to do with them. And then something comes up and you go, oh, I can use it for that. And it works. So I'm just going to trim this off. And then, it's all curled up and looking pretty gnarly. It's been sitting around, like I said, for a while. But I just need a little piece of it. We need, let's see, where are we going with this? Let's go this way. So I need, it's 5x7, so we want to come in just a little bit. Get rid of that piece. Don't go anywhere. There you go. I'm still going to need some of that. And by 7. And we'll come in just enough. There we go. Alrighty. And then, because I want to make the envelope match, but I'm not covering the front, we're going to cover this back flap. And you can see how it's beveled just ever so slightly. So, we're going to measure that to the edge, and then we'll just, after we've glued it on, we'll bevel it to the, so it needs to be 7 3/8. Yeah, I think that's what that says. I'm pretty sure. 7. Whatever that one is. Okay, so I'm going to take this again. Slide it over to that. And we need it to be just about, or just at, we'll come inside there. So it's 2 1/4. And this will go on the back flap, like that just inside, so it won't impede it bending, and we'll just trim off these two little parts. But we'll do that last after we get the card all put together. Put this away. Alright, so now we have this. Try and get that fold out of it. Okay, so this is going to go down on our card base like that. That's going to look nice. And then we are going to have a piece of, this is mixed media paper from Strathmore. It's in black, and I wanted to have the sentiment, you know, somewhere on here with the gold. So I think that would look nice and manly, but yet fun. So let's go ahead and stick this on. I need to get a piece of paper that I can, this won't work. I would never use this. So I'm going to use my glue stick. And for anybody out there who's like, men don't like flowers. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They don't maybe like gobs of roses and everything, but I mean, to say men don't like flowers is kind of sexist. Okay, that over, and here we go. It's looking good already. I think I'll just leave this down to keep things from getting... Okay. Now, I'm going to set this aside while it dries. I'm going to grab my white ink, because it'll show up on the black really well. At least it should. Let's hope. And grab my happy birthday stamps. And put them on a block. I don't have a Misty. I wish I did. Those things are really nice because they allow you to stamp and stamp again in case things didn't turn out right the first time. Whereas trying to do it, you know, with your eyes is kind of... Oh, this isn't going to fit. We might have to do this a different way. Huh? And we're going to do it one word at a time. Okay, that'll work. Fine, fine, fine. Okay. This is this Stays On? I think it Stays On. Yeah, Stays On pigment, and this is Snowflake. So... I hope it works. Please let this work. Yes, that worked. I don't know if you can see that, but that works out pretty well, actually. I have to take that off and put the birthday on there. All right. Now let's do the same thing. You can tell I've used these two stamps quite a bit. I make more birthday cards than I do just about anything else. Now I'm going to try and get it directly under, excuse my head if it's in the camera. Let it sit for a second. Awesome. That looks fantastic. See that? Awesome. Nice. Okay. Let's close up the stays on so it doesn't dry out. And now I'm going to, now I'm thinking of making it into look like it's like a tag, but not a tag, like a ticket. And I will show you how I do that. That looks really good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one that does the tag corners. Whoops. Makes the tag corners. But I'm going to use one of the smaller ones, not the big one. I'm going to use the medium-sized one. I hope I get that in there. Come on. It doesn't work right if you don't get it in all the way. I wonder why it won't go in all the way. There we go. I'm just going to cut these corners off. There we go. We got little black things just flying all over the place. Okay. Now, you can see that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, well, this, I'm going to shake this up for just a second, but what I'm going to do next is, close that. I'm going to take my art glitter glue. Bring our card back in. And we're going to put it in the center like that. Maybe up just slightly higher. Might as well leave this out also. And this is allowing the white ink to dry. So when I go to put the gold on it, there we go, it won't smudge the ink. Alrighty, now I'm going to take my gold, and all we're going to do is we're just going to follow the line. And the nice thing about this is that it has a very tiny, tiny tip on it. So, and you can see it's pretty shiny. It is pretty shiny. So this ought to look good. And the reason I'm doing this and I'm not using the embossing powder, one, I can't find my gold embossing powder, but two, this has kind of a bit of a raised surface. So it actually has a little bit of texture to it. So here we go. I'm just going to follow that line. Like that. There we go. Put a little bit on the A there. And this does take a little bit to dry because it is thick. it looks really good when it's done. There we go. And then I'm going to put a little dot here, and here, and here, and here. Like that. And it just kind of brings it all together. Awesome. Okay. Now we're going to let that sit aside, and we're going to work on the envelope, which is pretty much almost done. And all we're going to do is I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to open this up. We're going to take this strip of paper that we cut down, and I'm going to bring it just up above the line where it's, well, I'm going to bring it to the edge up here. And that gives me where it's going to keep it away from the fold here. So, let's... And then all we have to do is trim that excess off. And it's done. Right? And then you can see where it's sticking out. We're just gonna trim that off. It's a little cockeyed here. Of course, it's not gonna matter. It's just the envelope. I'll trim this off too, though. Make it look right. There we go. And now we have a matching envelope to go with our card. And it's all good to go in the mail. Everything's fine. It's not going to weigh too much. It won't be too thick. And it looks really good. And all we have to do is let that dry, and then you can write what you'd like on the inside. Happy birthday to you. See you soon, whatever. So there you go. That's how I make my birthday cards. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. I did enjoy it, and I will see you on Wednesday, where we will be continuing our Tabitha journal till it's finished, which we are really, really close. So, until then, I love you bunches. Bye.